Hello, everybody. Welcome to Loud Day, the News Show. I'm James Blaney.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
In news today, the news will be dominated by the City Council meeting where the land where the Skybox Data Center was rezoned.
And we'll get into some public comments, both for or against the data center.
For our interview, we have Donna Brosh in with the Girl Scouts here to talk about cookie season. We'll get into that right after these messages from Jim Bass.
Right now at Jim Bass, scan our QR code and find great deals on cars and trucks. Right now, get a brand new 2024 Ford Maverick, just $27,999.
You can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Ford, Houston, Hart and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com, or you can scan this QR code.
It's QR code, boss.
That's what I said, QR code or QR code.
Hey y'all, it's Tessa. I'm here with Donna Brosh with the Girl Scouts of Central Texas. Donna, welcome into the studio.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate coming in today, and we'll talk about cookies. And I'm the Fund Development Officer with Girl Scouts, so I normally do fundraising. And I've been with Girl Scouts 12 years now, almost.
That's a good amount of time.
It is a good amount of time.
You get to see all the cookies
I've
come and
seen lots
go.
of cookies come and go.
Yes,
I have.
Nice little new flavors and stuff.
We do. We have a new flavor this year. It's called the Explore More because our girls explore more. And it's fashioned after the Rocky Road ice cream. So it's like a chocolate sandwich, and then it's got a marshmallow cream in the middle with almond flavoring. Oh my gosh, it is so good.
Yeah, that's coming home with me. Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry,
it
fellas.
is delicious. It's a good cookie.
That one's going to be mine. Cookie sales start next week.
Actually, the cookie sales start the 14th.
Perfect. Oh, that's this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Starts right away. And they'll sell until March the 1st. So
that's
we
a good
have an
bit.
extended week.
Yes, that's a good bit of time.
Yes, it's normally it's a little bit shorter, but we have just seen the last few years. There's usually during sales, there's a spike in flu, or there's a cold spell, and the littler girls can't get out and sell. And so we want to give every girl an opportunity to sell the cookies that she wants to set. You know,
That's so awesome.
to set because they set goals, and so in setting their goals, they set an individual goal. So if I want to go to camp, I know that I have to sell, 1,250 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. And then my week to camp is free. And then they set goals as a troop. So maybe the troop wants to take a trip somewhere. A lot of our girls will save for like a couple of years, and they'll go to Savannah, Georgia, which is where Girl Scouts began.
That's fun.
Yeah, so they get to go to basically the birthplace of Girl Scouts.
I was going to ask if you guys still did that where you saved to go on trips and stuff. I remember when I was a Girl Scout, we would do that. And
Yes, and they can still do, the older girls can do destination trips. They can go work with people that work on animals and stuff in different countries. And so there's a lot of destination trips you can do,
that's
too.
a great learning opportunity.
Oh,
I didn't know that
absolutely.
was an option.
Yes, it
Whenever
is.
I was a Girl Scout, we went to like Austin to the zoo.
Right? It's expanded. We have expanded so much over the years.
Yeah.
Girl Scouts works off of 4 pillars, which is outdoor skills, life skills, entrepreneurship, and STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. And what we want to do, our theme is, our mission is building girls of courage, confidence, and character that make the world a better place. And all of, having pieces of all of those 4 pillars will give girls what they need once they graduate school and they're no longer, you're always a Girl Scout. I'm sorry. Once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout. Yeah, but it gives them the tools that they need to be successful in life. And cookies is just one of those. And people think that cookies is 100% funds Girl Scouts. It does not, but it does. It is the entrepreneurship pillar for our girls, and it does help us. A piece of it goes to administrative, but a lot of it goes back to our girls, back to the troops. Of course, we have to pay for the cookies and the shipping and all of
that
those
fun
things
stuff.
that keep going up. But the cookies are the same price as they were last year, $6 a box.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. Our gluten-free are $7 a box, which that's what they were last year.
Right.
And the gluten-free, if you are gluten-free, you find somebody and get them quick, because once they're gone, we can't get any
Yes.
more.
Which they're a nice little alternative to all the
Yeah. All the things.
Right. all the
young, all the
make
good
it
stuff.
tasty. Yeah. All those tasty things. Well, that was going to be my next question about funding. If people, aren't interested in cookies, or maybe they have other health issues, can they just donate? Do they?
Absolutely. If you see the girls selling cookies and you can't partake in the cookies and you want to, there's a couple of ways. You can either just make a donation, and the donation will buy cookies to go to our servicemen or our local firemen and policemen and that kind of thing. So if they get donations, then they take that money and they purchase cookies and they give them to...
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, and sometimes they go to like CASA or the family shelter, but the girls vote on, because Girl Scouts is about being girl-led. So the girls vote on where they want the money to go, the cookies to go to.
That is so freaking sweet. I don't remember any of that. I guess it's been a while, though, for me.
And Girl Scouts is really, that's the one thing that a lot of people say is, I didn't know Girl Scouts did that. I didn't know Girl Scouts did that. And a lot of times as a fundraiser, people go, well, y'all sell cookies, so that should pay for everything. No, we have community.
Not at $6 a box.
Not at $6 a box. And we have community troops that serve our girls in the school. And it does, it's not just the traditional troops. We do have those, but we serve girls that wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity to be Girl Scouts.
Right.
And so we have to pay for those girls 100% ourselves.
Which is so awesome.
Yeah, and we need to serve them. We need to give them the same benefits.
That sense of community.
Yes, absolutely. We teach them community service, and they give back, and, they help at nursing homes and stuff. And so Girl Scouts is just so well-rounded.
Yes,
I mean, it just builds a well-rounded girl.
Absolutely. I remember going to the nursing homes and Christmas caroling when I was a Girl Scout. And
they
all that
still
fun
do
stuff.
that, make Christmas cards and fun stuff.
That is so awesome.
But like I said, Girl Scouts, the cookies will start on sale on the 14th. You can find the drive-thrus. We have the drive-thrus where you literally just drive up, tell them what you want, hand them your card. They'll hand you the cookies, and you're on your way. So we'll have those at the stadium, San Angelo Stadium, and also Angelo Bible Church. And then we'll also be at the Walmarts and Lowe's. I think we're at almost every Walmart location. We've always been at the Walmart on 29th Street, but we are adding Tractor Supply on North Bryant.
Oh, fun.
And we've also added, it's Barron's Car Place. It's on 19th Street. We're going to be doing a booth there this year. We do the Angry Cactus. So there's some places on the east side where you can get those also. So many of the Walmarts and the Lowe's and everything's on the west side of town. So we've added some on the east side this year. So you can get your cookies. And I tell you what, you get them because they'll go fast.
Don't be out there breaking these little girls' hearts either. It takes a lot of courage to ask strangers if they want to buy something.
Yeah,
Yes.
Think about just walking up to somebody cold calling. And that's what we call it, because you just literally walk up and say, would you like to buy a box? And don't tell them a box. Buy a case. Put them in the freezer. You'll use them throughout the year. You'll use them. That's exactly right.
These little Thin Mints make great cake pops if you smash them up, you know?
My husband freezes those and eats them.
Everybody I know freezes those and eats them. They're so delicious.
They are delicious.
Sorry, do you have something else you wanted to add?
No.
We do have a flyer here for cookies, cocktails, and confections.
Yes, and that's going to be March the 6th. And this is an adult-only event. And what we do is we have 8 cookies, so we have 8 confectioners and 8 mixologists, and they will be assigned a cookie, and they make a cocktail or a confection based on the flavors of that cookie. So that'll be March the 6th. But we are doing also a fundraiser this Saturday, the 19th Saturday.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's the 19th Saturday. And it's going to be at Longhorn Steakhouse. And Longhorn Steakhouse is donating all of the food. And we're serving breakfast from 8 to 10 for $12 a ticket. And you get eggs and pancakes and sausage and bacon and coffee and juice, whatever you want. And for $12, yes. And all of that money is going to go help the girls. These are all going to be our older girls, and so it will help them go to our national convention in March. And with that, they also are learning a great workforce activity, because how many people serve as do waitressing or being a waiter when they're going through college?
Many.
Yes. Or you work at a fast food, place. It's
Right.
So it teaches them what do the people do that serve you. But I think it also teaches them the respect for those people that are serving you. I think in this day and time, a lot of times we get in a hurry and we forget what's behind the food that we go to restaurants and order, and you just think it just magically appears. Oh yeah, I just want this or that, and it teaches them to serve people, but they'll be bussing the tables, taking the orders. They'll be doing all of that, and then the Longhorn waiters and waitresses will be shadowing to help them through and teach them how
That's
to do
so
that.
sweet.
I think it's I love that it's a fundraiser for those girls that are trying to go to national, but I also think that it's great that those girls get the opportunity to get that workforce experience, and they're going to earn money while they're doing it. And if you give them a tip, they get the tip too.
That's
That's pretty cool.
Yes, it's so awesome that Longhorn is sponsoring that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
I'd never heard of this, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, there was another restaurant a long time ago that did this," but I think it's fantastic.
That is awesome.
and we really appreciate them.
What is the Girl Scout Nationals for people who are unaware?
So once a year, Girl Scouts from all over the United States get together, and they talk about things that are pertinent to Girl Scouts, and they learn, where's the Girl Scout movement going? They have a voice in it, and what do they want to see with their Girl Scouts? And they get to meet other Girl Scouts from different areas and things that they do, and then they bring those ideas back, and they're like, oh, well, they do this, and so we'd like to try to do that too, or, it's just such a learning experience. And they get to see, we have adults that are delegates, and they get to see the delegates in action as they talk about the Girl Scout movement and where it's going. So again, it's just a great learning experience. I mean, Girl Scouts, that's what it is. It's about learning every day. And even through your fun events, you learn something.
And I will say, when I was in Girl Scouts, I had you make lifelong friends. If you guys are considering whether to put your daughters in something or not, Girl Scouts is truly the way to go. I have friends I made at Girl Scout camp out in Brownwood that I still talk to. I don't want to age myself, but 15, 20 years later.
Well, and I have met women, a couple of things. First, I've met women that they still go to lunch every Friday with their Girl Scout friends.
Yes.
And
forever
then
Girl Scout.
If you're in the military, which we're a big military community, if you're in the military and you have a daughter, I have had a lot of military women that were grown up as military children.
Right.
And they have said if it weren't for Girl Scouts, they wouldn't have had a friend everywhere they moved, because they knew once they joined Girl Scouts, no matter where they were stationed, there was going to be a troop.
Scouts, yes.
And so they always made friends, and that was real important to them because, I've never moved. I've been in San Angelo my whole life, and so I can't imagine moving to a strange place and being young and shy and, not being able to make friends. And then you've got ready-made friends with Girl Scouts.
Which is just so awesome. That was my favorite part. Oh, I miss it. I do. The memories
Well,
are just...
we're always needing troop leaders. And she took a deep breath.
Well, you work for Joe Hyde. You stay on your toes pretty normally. So.
But yeah, if there's people out there that are interested in Girl Scouts or in the event this weekend or in cookies and cocktails, please give me a call. My number is 325-812-4196, and that's my cell number, and I always answer it. Or you can email me at donnab@gsctx.org.
Awesome, Donna. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you want to talk about or go over?
I think we covered most everything. Where the cookies are, when they'll go on sale. Don't forget to buy them before March the 1st. They start January 14th. And just support our girls, because you are making a difference in their lives every day. When you buy the cookies or come to cookies and cocktails or whatever you do in supporting them, it makes a difference in their experience with Girl Scouts.
It absolutely does. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Donna.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Before we get into the news, I want to touch back to base on the cookies. Donna was so very polite to bring us some boxes. Everybody knows the good old-fashioned Thin Mints. They're most people's favorites. These Explore Mores, get these. Get these. This box was full and unopened when it came in here. It is now empty and in our stomachs.
They are delicious.
They're all that and some. They are all that and a bag of chips. And they're only $6 a box, which is a freaking steal. I know you guys pay that for Oreos, if
and
not
it goes
more.
to a great cause.
A great cause. It goes towards funding for trips for these little girls and education. Like, it's awesome. Go get some Girl Scout cookies. Sales start tomorrow.
And they go all the way through March 1st. They extended it a
They
week.
did. They extended it a week, and she explains why in the interview. You saw it. You better have seen it.
So, into the news. The San Angelo City Council voted 6-1 to approve the second reading of the ordinances rezoning 345 acres of city-owned land northeast of town from ranch and estate to light manufacturing, along with a comprehensive plan amendment to industrial.
The rezoning is intended to prepare the recently annexed site near an AEP substation for a potential, my goodness, James, first it was you, now it's me, for a potential hyperscale data center by Skybox Data Centers. Councilman Patrick Keeley cast a sole dissenting vote, while the mayor and 5 other council members supported the measure. Planning and Development Services Director Aaron Vanoy argued, every time I see the name Aaron, I want to say Aaron. Aaron Vanoy argued the light manufacturing designation provides strong safeguards, including noise limits, restrictions on vibrations and emissions, and mandatory urban design review for large structures.
He also cited the site's isolation from residential areas and proximity to power, rail, and future interstate routes as reasons the zoning is appropriate. City Manager Daniel Valenzuela noted that any land sale would require a Chapter 360 or 380 agreement, allowing the city to impose enforceable deed restrictions and performance standards. Public comments reflected concerns over water usage, diesel generators, impacts, transparency, and vested rights risks, with some residents calling for planned development overlay or a delay for future public input.
Supporters, including Chamber of Commerce representatives, emphasized economic benefits and warned that delays could push development into unregulated county land. Mayor Tom Thompson stressed that timely approval preserves city control over development. The rezoning is now final, with further details to be addressed during future agreement negotiations, platting, and site plan review.
What do you think about the data centers coming in?
You know, not much, actually. I haven't really looked into it. I haven't looked into it. I've heard things from both sides, but I just am so busy. I've had no time to look into it. Thank you, James. What do you think about it?
I'm for it.
So is Joe.
I think San Angelo is kind of stuck. We haven't progressed any.
Yeah, you read that line about the interstate and growth there, and
I mean, how long have we been
expect
talking
that anytime soon.
How long have we been talking about an interstate coming through town, though, and it hasn't happened yet?
How long has there been construction for the interstate out by the animal shelter? And nobody's doing anything out there.
Forever. And that's where it's going to go. It's north of it's on 67, north of the jail. So you're going to have an interstate coming through there anyway. So all the noise complaints, I don't get it.
I will say, though, I'm very hard-headed on if it can be farmland, it should be farmland. But other than that, I have no side on it.
Well, Tom Thompson came in and he talked about the water. Everybody says they use a lot of water. When you read all the sky is falling about data centers instead of trying just to learn about it, it does take a lot of work, but it's a one-time charge. So they'll load it up and it'll just be one deal of water. And it's like adding another day for the city's water usage.
That being said, though, we already are so scarce on water, and our water supply here isn't necessarily the cleanest or greatest, which sucks. And then with everything AI these days, it's taking up so much water, so I can see why that's a negative for most people.
Well, I think the positives outweigh the negatives, especially when you're talking about as much money as it can bring into San Angelo, how much that can do for us once we get the interstate, how much that's going to do for San Angelo.
That's because you don't drink water. You just drink your Coca-Cola cherries.
Well, I drink plenty. There's water in that.
While we are on the subject of the city, they just promoted 2 people to assistant city manager roles to help with a smooth transition as Michael Dane retired and as Rick Weiss plans on retiring.
Tina Diersky has served as the city's finance director since 2013, and Shane Kelton has worked for the city for over 25 years, most recently as the executive director of City Works.
Current city manager Daniel oh my goodness, James.
Valenzuela.
Thank you,
It's all right.
Valenzuela. said both Tina and Shane bring exceptional experience, integrity, and leadership to these roles, and he is confident that they will do an outstanding job to serve the community.
When we come back, we'll hear about weather, but not before this word from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into the weather, we have a really nice week ahead. Right now, it's 58 degrees outside, and the low tonight gets down to around 38. Tomorrow will be sunny out with a high of 64. Could have somewhat strong winds around 25 miles an hour, and then tomorrow night the low drops down to that freezing point at 32 degrees.
Thursday is going to be beautiful with a high up around 70 degrees. Then Thursday night the low comes in at 39. On Friday, the winds pick up to about 20 miles per hour. The high will be 61. And then Friday night, be ready because the low jumps down to around 30. So every time I'm going to say it, bring in your pets, plants that can be brought in. Those of you with palm trees, put those funny little blankets on them. Prepare your house and your loved ones. Like pets. That's what I meant.
We'll be right back after this word from Condos, Diamonds, and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Condos, Diamonds, and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Condos, Diamonds, and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Cano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Cano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
That was funny.
I didn't mean for it to sound stupid.
Thank you for watching the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley.
Follow us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.